Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Happy Monday to you, everybody, and happy National Milkshake Day to you. Maybe you'll have a chance to go out and enjoy some milkshakes later in the week because we're going to begin to feel just like summer. Hope you enjoyed your Father's Day and Juneteenth weekend. If you had the Monday off, you hope you had a chance to enjoy it. It was pretty comfortable across many of our backyards today. So a beautiful afternoon, maybe some cloud cover, maybe saw a few breaks of sunshine. Depending on where you were, I guess. So other than that, it's nothing to be complaining about. A good way to start off the week because it's not too hot. It's just perfect, as the Goldilocks forecasters would like to call that as well. Something else you're going to begin to notice, like I said, the heat's coming back as well as the return of the humidity. So maybe you had a chance to do some yard work like myself and take advantage of that. It's just going to be a nice evening, and we got one more cool day on tap for us as we get towards the summer weekend or summer week ahead. Temperatures for the rest of the evening, though, staying in the 60s and 70s for many of us, with lots of increase in clouds tonight. Nothing to be expected about a chance of rain, but it's going to be variably to partly cloudy just overnight this evening. So keep that in mind as you're making your way for some other overnight low area-wide temperatures. Again, our temperatures are going to be in the mid 50s to low 60s everywhere you go. So not a too bad forecast to be complaining about as well. Moving on now to the first day of summer as we begin the summer solstice at about 5:19 tomorrow morning. So if you're up early and you're one of those that go take your dog for a walk or go for an early morning run or jog, it's going to feel pretty nice out there, as you've probably been noticing over the last several days, probably the last week and a half at this point now. The sun has been getting up early and early every day. So this results into our sunsets becoming earlier, and we have less nighttime hours, but more daylight in effect. So we'll get the 12 hours of daylight for our first day of the summer equinox. As you're making your way out tomorrow, again, some low 80s and some low 90s. Let's try that again. Upper 80s and low 90s out there with the mix of sun and clouds. So nothing to be complaining about as you're making your way on your Tuesday. It's the first day of summer. We're going to get a full day of summer out there. There will be a northwest breeze at 5 to 10 miles per hour for some of our areas as well. So a pretty afternoon is in the making. Do remember to have your sunblock if you're working outdoors. I know a lot of this the time we like to get our green thumbs on and maybe work in the yard, as some of our gardens may be needing it. But of course, thanks to all the rain that we've been seeing over the last several days, it has been pretty okay, to say the least. Now, our dew points are going to remain here for our Tuesday as the comfortable and dry air is in place, but it'll begin to get muggy as you make your way up towards late in the afternoon, and that we'll have to move that area down to that muggy to tropical feeling by the time we get towards the upcoming week ahead. Here's what we're talking about. Again, the summer solstice tomorrow with that mix of sun and clouds in place. So another afternoon of that to take advantage of. Here's our early summer heat wave. Again, week number 2. Pretty short-lived this go around. We're not talking about several days of upper 90s as forecast highs, as we saw earlier last week. We got that mercury pretty high out there. So if you are working outdoors again tomorrow or anytime this week, just remember to take breaks and obviously keep on yourself, hydrate, look after your pets, look after your elderly. But we're not talking about an extensive heat wave like we saw last week. This is a typical June pattern we do get around this time of the month. So as you make your way out towards Wednesday, hot, but again, a stray storm possible later in the day. So you may not have an all wet day. You may have just a pop and go shower as you make your way out and about for your Wednesday. Again, scattered storms on Thursday. We may see some of these passing showers later in the day as we'll begin to see the humidity and heat in effect for us. Your temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90. Again, Friday, not a complete washout, but a stray shower for both Friday and Saturday as you're making the first full week of summer in effect. And so maybe you have a chance to get out and go to the pools. If you're heading out to Philpott Lake, maybe up towards the dam, Goose Point, even some of our local area lakes and Bassett. towards northern Henry County. It's going to be a great week for that, and maybe hit the Smith River Trail out there on the canoe and just enjoy it. Maybe do some fishing along that side of the round. This is that time of year now where I believe the bass and trout are our main fish to catch this time around. So maybe if you're doing some outdoor activities, whether if it's on a soccer field or heading out to just in your backyard, your grill out or whatever you're doing, nothing to be complaining about. I do know that just keep an eye on the afternoon showers and storm chances as they do continue will persist. This is what you get at this typical summertime of the year. We get those heat and humidity indices and of course the instability of the atmosphere as well. Again, Saturday not looking too bad either as you're making those weekend plans. Let you know, again, a stray shower is possible, but it's not a complete washout. One more time, we'll talk about Tuesday again, the first day of summer as you make your way out and about tomorrow. It's going to be pretty comfortable still, but of course the heat is going to build back in thanks to that dome of high pressure that has just been bubbling, giving us a ridge across much of the entire U.S. at this point now, except for our friends up toward the Northeast, where they're seeing temperatures in the 60s and 70s up there. So if you know folks up towards the Northeast, they are in pretty much this is what they get. They're in the early summer phase right now, where that late summer feel will be coming in a little bit later on throughout the year. Our friends to the Midwest, towards the Great Lakes, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, Wisconsin are seeing excessive heat warnings and watches up there where they're having heat index values well over 105 plus. They're going to be particularly seeing the temperatures in the upper 90s with those heat index values well over 100. Not for us though. Anyway, so that's the thing that's going across much of our friends up towards the U.S. And of course, you probably heard about that massive flood that took out parts of Yellowstone Park out towards the west. The good news is that is expected to reopen. There, if you're making plans to head out there at Yellowstone, a beautiful area to go visit in the Rocky Mountains, I will say. Never been, but I've seen lots of beautiful photos out there as well. So no flood threats for us. Just keep in mind again that stray shower on Thursday in the afternoon. But other than that, we're not talking about too bad of a hot week in the making. Just that mix of sun and clouds with those daily pop and go thunderstorms. So that is your weather in a minute, or more like 5 to 7 minutes anyway. Take care, everybody. We hope you have an enjoyable evening. And again, we will start the first day of summer on Tuesday. We're going to definitely feel like it by the middle of the week, and we'll begin to see more of those summertime afternoons in the making. Take care, everybody. We have a lot more news coming up after this quick break.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.